Okay, so I'm here with Steve, and I'd like to hear a little bit about your testimony. Okay. How did you find out about our office?
Your office visited, I believe. It was a nonprofit dinner that we were having for an organization, and I was in attendance at that, and heard Dr. Kevin give a presentation about maximized living.
Okay. And how were you healing before starting corrective care and maximized living?
Not well. Medicines. I'm a diabetic, so I'm not. I know what medicines are. I mean, cholesterol meds, antibiotics, typically for when I got sick and such, and sinus meds here and there, whether it was over the counter or prescribed, for all my life. Yeah.
Okay. And since you've been in the office, how have you started healing with the corrective care and maximized living?
One of the biggest things, along with the adjustments for me, was the diet, was reduction. I can't say I'm totally there yet, but a major reduction in all kinds of wheats, grains, and sugar overall, period. I've lost 24 pounds over the last year and stabilized right at from 185 to 160, 161. And healthy there, and it's mellowed, and I don't have cravings. So major modification to my diet, eating healthy fats, avocado a day. I don't crave snacking or anything. Wish I had the funds to be able to do more of the what is that called, the vitamins, the supplements. Thank you, that's the word I was looking. My apologies. But overall, with the adjustments in my diet, in the last year, I've been able to overcome 2 sinus infections that used to put me out for 2 weeks with antibiotics, fever. I've overcome them without taking any meds at all. And the duration of this sickness was still a lot less. It wasn't even as long. It didn't last anywhere near as long. This took a little longer to take place, but the consumption of insulin, the amount of insulin necessary for my body, granted the diet came down, but I got to attribute it to being treated on several different areas. You've seen 300 milliliters of insulin used to last me 3 to 4 days, and now lasts me a guaranteed 6, maybe a 7th day. And so you're looking at about 35% rough numbers of reduction of consumption of insulin, which for me is huge. I went from, my mom's helping pay, so she went from paying, $400 a month to what's 35% of that. Remove 35% of that, and we're saving that kind of money.
Wow, that is so awesome.
That's huge.
Yes. Yay!
It's huge.
Oh my goodness. So here's your big moment. What would you tell somebody about maximized living and your corrective care and your...
It's funny because I'm just telling Mom about it now and trying to get her involved. She's battling cancer. It's natural. It's our bodies healing the way they're supposed to heal and operate the way they're supposed to operate. And maybe there was one time back way long ago when we didn't need any of this because everything was already natural. But with all the work we do, technology, different stuff that we do in our daily lives, our body adheres to that and conforms to that, and it's not natural. My body position at work, my body driving, the position my body's in all day is probably not very natural until I go to sleep. And I think the adjustments keep me, I just came I had a car accident 2 weeks ago, and Dr. Kevin's been working me through that, and I feel good, I feel okay. It's the most energy I've ever had, and I'm not very high energy typically. I always, I want to go to sleep. I'm good. But it's probably the most sustainable energy I've had in a long time. And for me, the diet, I learned it's not just a diet; it's a lifestyle. Let me change that word. It's really not a diet; it's a lifestyle. It's not something you ever end. That's why I'm trying to have a conversation with my mom while she's battling cancer, and walking through that, and it's slowly seeping in.
Yay! Thank you, Steve.